Helen Caldicott. I heard the interview you did with Harvey Wasserman talking about Ukraine and Chernobyl, which has sort of gone from public interest, perhaps. But there's fighting in Ukraine. 5,000 have died. Who is tending the store, 100 miles from Kiev?
Well, it's not just Chernobyl, and of course much of the Ukraine is extremely radioactive, and there are many areas that are unlivable. No one can live there. But it's not just Chernobyl, it's the fact that there are 15 very large nuclear power plants in the Ukraine, that any of which could be destroyed during a war, with conventional weapons, cut off of the external electricity supply, which could cause a meltdown. So it's a very tenuous, very scary situation from a nuclear perspective.
Can I ask about Chernobyl? There's such a controversy about how many people who have died. The IAEA, if I got the initials right, will say a couple thousand,
Okay.
and the others say 1 million.
The IAEA's mission is to promote nuclear power, number one. Number two, WHO, World Health Organization, signed a contract in 1959 with the IAEA saying that they would not investigate any atomic or nuclear accidents without the permission of the IAEA. So they haven't. They're totally compromised. They've never investigated Chernobyl. And they have not investigated Fukushima. The figures of over 1 million people come from on-the-ground data collection. No one else has done it except the Russians and others in those areas, epidemiologists, physicians, scientists and the like. 5,000 papers were translated from Slavic into English and published by the New York Academy of Sciences, and it's well over 1 million now. It's one of the most fascinating and horrifying medical books I've ever read, and we're still learning every day about what radiation does to people. That's the truth.
Last question. In 1982, you were awarded the Gandhi Peace Award from promoting enduring peace. And just recently, the group called for the U.S. to not get involved in Ukraine, to not give nuclear weapons, to not give any military support, to completely get away from it, especially seeing its horrible record in the Middle East from Iraq to Libya. How do you feel about that?
Well, the Ukraine... Wait a minute. What was
the question is the position of promoting enduring peace is that the U.S. should not be involved and not try to dictate anything.
The U.S. orchestrated the coup in the Ukraine and put in an American puppet, Poroshenko. So they've done the damage. They gave the Ukraine $5 billion, the State Department. So it's once again America meddling in other countries' affairs. But the Ukraine has always been historically part of Russia, as has the Crimea, and it's unbelievable what America's doing because Russia's very jumpy and very nervous. I've heard they put their weapons on a higher state of alert than normal. They're just poking needles in the eye of the bear. And you don't threaten paranoid patients because they're likely to do something very dangerous. So I think we're in a very, very dangerous point in history at the moment.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.